Hello, good morning. Yeah, how are
Good
you?
morning. I'm good, thank you. How are
Good.
you?
I'm good, thank you. Good
Mm,
morning, everybody. Welcome to Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner. My name is Yafoda Tobra, and I'm with my hostess, Yabuatma Boating Russell. It's another Saturday again. Please share the live when you come on. I'm not able to share. My account is restricted. So do a public service, do your public service duty by sharing the live for us. Thank you.
yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yes.
since I can't share to groups, I'm just going to talk about what we do on this platform,
Right.
so you have an idea of what goes on here. So we do our Saturday Facebook Lives, and right now we're treating a series called The Path to Success. We've done, I think this is about our fifth topic right now. And so we've talked about a number of things, stagnation, comfort zones. We've talked about
Mhm.
overcoming what do you call it, mediocrity. We've talked about mindset. And
Right.
so today we're going to be talking about a different topic, but we'll get into it after I've done all this. The other thing that we do is on this platform, you'll find beauty lessons with your favorite auntie, and it's from my second book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart.
Yeah.
And then we have Own It with your own ornithologist and queen of Own It, based on my fourth book, Own It, which is a guide to taking accountability and responsibility for your own life journey.
Mhm.
So I'm an Amazon International best-selling author. And then there's Pearls of Wisdom with Auntie Ya. I share a passage from the Bible and
Mhm.
how it applies to our daily lives. It might be a video of about 10 to 15 minutes long, max 20 minutes. There's a word for you, which is a shorter version, less than a minute, a nugget from the Bible that you carry with you for the day. And then there's Auntie Ya's Own It Academy. We provide uh, book publishing services, book writing publishing services, life coaching, and women empowerment. So if any of the things we're discussing here today resonates with you and you need help, please contact us. We are available to serve and support you, and you can reach us at ownitbooks@gmail.com. I have two other pages, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart and also um, All for all for His glory. So patronize those pages as well. Last but not the least, um, my unapologetic self. I've started doing little videos and sharing posts about it, and it's my fifth book, which will be coming out later this year. And it's a guide to being real and living life on my own terms. So you got to also live life on your own terms. These things that we are discussing here, it's all about that. We've been talking about the path to success. You can be somebody with a great mindset, you've overcome mediocrity and all that, but if you, the person, are not doing any work on you, how are you going to manage and push along that path to success? So it's important that we talk today about self confidence. Yeah, I will
Yes.
let you.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Hello,
oh,
Brahankra, welcome,
hi.
welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Long time since I saw him on here. Yeah. Yeah. As Auntie has said, today we're talking about self confidence, and self confidence is, I guess, pretty much just being sure of yourself, or being sure or believing in yourself, I think, and being able to accept and trust yourself. That's not being cocky or overly, how do I say, arrogant.
Hmm.
It's two different things. It's just being sure of yourself. And that doesn't also mean that you think you can't make a mistake. It's just, I'll repeat it again, being sure of yourself, but being open also to changes or corrections. Um, yeah. I don't know if I should move on to um, how we're, um, like, what happens that brings about the situation of not being self-confident, and
Yes.
it's more a lack of self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
and that has I mean comes about through different experiences in life. It could be being yelled at almost all the time when you're a child. That it starts from childhood, and
Mm-hmm.
I did go through it. I mean, it got to a point I would not even say anything at all because I
Yes.
didn't know whether I was going to be yelled at or not. Because you can never tell when you're going to be yelled at or beaten, even. So, if you're not careful, that will put you down, or you get low self esteem, and that affects your confidence in life. Um, I think when it was in high school that I accidentally overcame it, and it came about because I just hated bullies. And once I see a bully, I just turn into a different person. I go all out. I will
Mm-hmm.
not let you bully me. I don't
Bullying
care.
somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that helped a bit. But even then, um, being outgoing in social settings was also difficult. So, yeah, how you treat your child can really affect their self confidence. And also later on in life, sometimes you go through so many things that it makes you feel like less of a person, or it makes you feel like
Mm-hmm.
you're not an achiever, or like you're a loser, for
Yeah.
lack of a better word. Sometimes you feel like you can't do anything about it. You feel so helpless, that because when things keep happening over and over, we're
Mm-hmm.
human. So if you're not careful, you think the condition is what you are,
Yes.
other than it's just something that you're going through. And yeah, huh. That I have so many stories. My
Yes.
God, it's crazy. Yeah, Auntie,
It's funny that you brought that up. You shared your story because last night I was laying in bed just laughing to myself. Because I've always said that when I was growing up, back home, I used to be very timid. Then when I came here, I had to stand while you're alone. You have to figure things out and
right.
do things for yourself. But then last night it hit me that no, I think I was a contradiction because I was timid, but at the same time, yesterday I said to myself, "Oh my goodness, I've always been vocal. I've always spoken up because I remember I remember a school friend telling me that there was a time when this person, this lady, she's my friend, but she's passed away. Her
Oh,
birthday was 2 weeks after mine, and we were in the same house. So our house girls, one of our mates, told me that this deceased friend of ours was running around on a Sunday evening. We were going to chapel and she was walking around barefoot. And so I said that, oh, this girl should stop her grown up ways. And Penny Seminary, what is that? And I said, did I say that? She goes, yes, you did. And I started laughing. And then last night, I remember that somebody, a boyfriend of mine, I don't want to name things, but from a
mm-hmm.
particular tribe, you know how they are very, you know, and he was upset with me or something. So I called the house and one of his nephews or niece answered the phone. I said, oh, where's so and so? And I said, oh, if he's angry, maybe he should go and put himself in the cooler in the fridge and cool down. So when when I remember that, I'm like, oh my gosh, you weren't timid. Like maybe you were quiet or
No,
whatever, but you spoke up when
right.
you had to. So
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
yeah,
So basically, like
yeah.
we're saying, confidence is a set of values of that you have, an attitude you have about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
about your skills, your abilities, and you trust in yourself, or you have a sense of control in your life if you are that space, right? And
Right.
so for you to be successful, you need all this. You need to ask yourself these questions because it becomes hard. Like yeah, is saying, what messages? The messages that we got. Oh, be quiet. Oh, don't do this. As for you, you are useless. You can. So you start to think that it is you.
Right.
And you know what? We are little kids. We are not discerning enough to know that the grown up who's talking to us, they have their own issues. They are spewing out of some
Mm-hmm.
pain or whatever is going on with them, or they don't even know how to speak properly to people. And so
Right.
you keep hearing this, you keep hearing this, you keep hearing this, and then you internalize it and it becomes your mantra. You are living with it. Oh,
Right.
hello, sis. It's saying, how are you doing? Good to see you. So, yeah, it's like because of that, we become so broken.
Yeah.
And it's still going on. We talk negatively. We don't build people up. We don't build kids up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
little kids here, they have confidence. They are, because of how they are told you can do it, push. You see a 3 year old, they are drumming. Another is playing the piano. Somebody is good with tech. So the parents take the time to reinforce those things in them. And
Yeah.
that's what builds confidence. Like, we're not here to do everything. We can't do everything, but by golly, like, you show up, the area in which you are strong, that's where you show up. So if somebody sees something good in you and takes the time to help you to nurture it, they've helped you.
Yeah.
But what did we get? Some of us, or most of us, hey, don't touch this, don't do this. So, you know, and
You
because
just
of
keep
course,
to yourself.
yes, when you get the memo and you are confident, then they look at you that you are not the norm. So they put labels and names on you
Yeah.
because we are not used to it. This is not how a woman should be. Oh, you're a woman and you are talking like that. And what are the, yeah, so just various kinds of things. And then you grow up and you find out these things are ingrained in you. So you are not accomplishing anything. And
Mm-hmm.
unless you take the time or you get the awakening to say, hey, what's going on with me? Let me look into it. And here we are people too, we won't even pay. If we need to go pay for somebody to help us, we won't even do it. Even the simple
Yeah.
things like going to YouTube, and you can go to YouTube and Google and type in self-confidence or motivation, encouragement. Oh, you hear something and you feel, you know,
Yeah.
and you go,
Yeah.
oh, this is interesting, let me explore. So you keep digging, but are we even willing? Even those things that are free, we don't
How
want to
much
do them.
more?
Yes. If you've come on,
Right.
we are talking about the path to success. It's a series that we started in the middle of January. We've dealt with a few topics. Today we are talking about how to build confidence. So we're going to talk about what is self-confidence and how do you build it. It's a problem for a lot of us because I don't understand why in our community, when we see people who are self-confident, we hate them, we label them, we call them too known. Are we happy to be just mediocre, just settle where we are at the bottom of the pit? Or do
Mm.
we want to rise up? Is the question we have to ask ourselves.
Right.
What
Right.
is your, yeah. So, yeah, you can go.
Oh, okay. Well, um, self-confidence. Um, the question that you asked, I don't know. It's just um for us as a people, we're just, I don't know. We don't like to build people up, or we
No.
don't know how. I don't
No.
know if it's not wanting to or not knowing how. I guess
Hmm.
it'll be not knowing how because as kids we don't see it. But then again, well, some of us come to learn of it and then we adopt it as we grow. But I
Hmm.
also feel like it's also a personality thing because sometimes you
Also,
don't, you don't need to be taught to encourage someone who's trying to, go forward in life.
hmm,
So sometimes I think about it again and I say, well, that's not a good enough excuse that
yeah.
we didn't see it because some people grow up in certain environments and they come out differently.
Hmm.
So I feel also that it's also a personality thing, same as the self-esteem thing. I also read that some people have the negative, like they are always negative no matter what.
Predisposed to that.
Yes.
Hmm.
So people like that, it's very difficult for them to come out of this low
Hmm.
self esteem because everything is negative and then they project it on others as well.
Yeah, can I
So,
interject? You made a point that I want to throw something in before
okay,
I forget. When you were saying about encouraging, I think that it is a decision. It's a personal decision
exactly.
that you make to encourage people. I'm saying that
Right.
because I have made it my point. Like I tell myself that, okay, if I don't feel like it, well, I'll just be there. But I'm somebody that usually, if somebody's doing something, you have to, oh, it's good,
You just
oh,
feel
you're
like,
doing well.
right.
I've made up my mind that I would rather do positivity than do negative things. So
Yes.
it's a decision you make. So some of us choose to stay in those spaces and be negative. It's an easy excuse
Yeah.
because it stops you from taking responsibility and doing anything different. So we'll stay there and
Right.
say, "Oh, as for me, I can't." Oh, look at them. What is that? What are they about? Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Sister Eunice says, everyone, hello everyone. I've observed that once something is free, our community don't value it. That is true too.
And
And
yet they don't want to
Tienya,
pay for it either.
yes. So then what goes back?
Yeah. Um, what else was
Carry
I
on, yeah.
saying? What?
Oh, I said carry on. I've lost you, made you lose your thoughts.
Yeah.
If I didn't say it, I'll forget. I'm like, what
Oh,
was I
I
trying to
know.
tell her?
Yeah, it happens to me too. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, as you said, we have to. Okay. Yeah. What I was going to say was that personality, you can also change it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's up to, well, it means I'll be going into the next topic, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel that you have to assess yourself as you're listening to us, assess
Mm-hmm.
yourself, see if you're prone to negativity. You know
Mm-hmm.
yourself better, you know what or who you are. Even if you don't know exactly who you are, you know your attitude and your behavior towards other people and to yourself. Some
Mm-hmm.
other people are also very critical. I mean, too critical.
Yes.
Even when they're uh, even of themselves. So it's the same for everybody. If I'm critical of myself, then yeah, how about somebody else? And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
always out there to pinpoint the mistakes, but we
People
lack
make.
the yeah um encouraging part. And when you're too critical of yourself too, you also stand the chance of being having low self-esteem, because
Mm-hmm.
then I mean you're you're gauging yourself so high, and we're only human, we all make
Yes.
mistakes. So I
Yeah.
don't think you should punish yourself too much for that, because then it reflects on your self-confidence, and it's it's not physical, but others can see it when you
Yeah.
lack it, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What you are saying, yeah, it borders on perfectionism. They are so
Mm-hmm.
critical of themselves, so they won't
Right.
take a step. It has to be perfect before they'll do it. Somebody else will say, "Look, I don't have all the answers. I'm going to try. I'll try, and
Exactly.
then when I fail, I'll adjust. I'll tweak it." So
Right.
it's different things. But in this thing we're talking about, the path to success, it's you, the individual, trying to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't stop and take stock of yourself, what is working, what is not working, what are my strong
Yeah.
areas, where are my weak points, and you just think you're just going to barrel through life, I'm sorry, you'll meet a lot of blockades, barriers, and challenges, and then you'll
Yeah.
blame the witches and the wizards. But meanwhile, it's you, it's you who have not done your work. I'll give you an
Yeah.
example. A while back, I forget how many weeks ago it was. One of these posts from Ghana, some MP or somebody went somewhere and he was saying something and somebody challenged him. He got angry and stormed away, stormed off. And I thought to myself, that is not a successful person because you need to
No,
learn to
it's not.
manage your emotions. The
Yeah.
person is saying something you don't like, maybe talk to them, ask questions and to figure out where they are coming from. Because when
Exactly.
you ask questions, then you begin to understand their points that they are making, and you can clarify or disagree. After you've
Yes.
heard them, you can say, "Hey, I've listened, but this is not what I'm saying. My position is this. But we don't know that in our society.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how to have discourse. Ya does not agree with me, so she's my enemy for life. And then I go tag 100 other people to come and insult her, and that is all that we do.
Yeah.
So we're not,
Yeah.
confidence depends on you, the individual. It's something you
Mm-hmm.
look for, you seek. I want to
Right.
succeed. We're not saying go and become a braggadocious person. No, I made time this and no. We're talking about healthy self-confidence, healthy
Right.
self-esteem. You
Yeah.
know, you are a human being on a journey in life. You need to ask yourself some hard questions. Don't
Right.
just be following people running around doing things that everybody else is doing because you think it is expected of you. Who are you? What do you stand for? What are your
Mm-hmm.
values?
Yeah.
And you know
Yeah.
inside that you are not where you should be. You question things and try to move along that journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. The story that you just gave also gives me a point that when you're self confident, like whatever he was saying, he believes in it, right? But
mhm,
you should believe in it enough to be able to accept someone's criticisms,
mhm,
and that doesn't change who you are. Because being offended makes me feel like he felt less off, or he felt that
mhm.
the person had no right
Yeah,
actually
pride.
to question him. But I actually had something in mind. It just flew off.
But yeah, the thing is, you are a leader and you are leading people. So
Mm,
this person is part of your constituency or whatever it is. Doesn't he have a right to question you?
yeah,
Even if he has done it rudely, you point it out that, oh, hey, Madam, for this is how this and that, the way
yeah,
you came across, you put it, but storming off being angry, and then people will be shaking, thinking, oh, big boss, because we are programmed wrongly to think that this is how you go about
yeah,
flexing your muscles and being, no, no, no. So, yeah, self confidence is somebody, building a healthy self esteem, looking at yourself, figuring
hmm,
yourself out. You're not hiding or running away from your weaknesses, but you know that you can. So, as for the people in authority back there, they are don't touch or touch not my.
anointed.
Hmm,
Ah,
yes. So, what was I even saying? Yeah, I mean, you know what your weaknesses are. Like, I know that I'm not good at say art. So if they come and so they
hmm,
are looking for somebody to draw something, I'm not going to pompously go and declare that, oh, pay me, I can do
yeah,
it. What will
yeah,
come? Shame and disgrace. So you have a
true.
healthy sense of your strengths and your weaknesses. You know who you are. You are not threatened by people. You help to build
Hmm.
people up. She said they can't take criticism at all because they're always right. So sad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's leadership. So can you imagine? We have a long way to go just yet. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, thank you. I like this. Facebook user. Hello, welcome. Being self confident is an act of
The
self
self
programming.
programming.
Thank you. I
Exactly.
understand what you are saying. Yeah.
Thank you.
Self programming. You tell yourself that,
Mm-hmm.
this I've purpose that I'm going to be positive. I'm going to learn. I'm going to read. I'm going to what do you call it? Overcome my areas of
Yeah,
weaknesses.
yeah.
If I have to take a course or have to find a mentor or listen to somebody online, that's what I'm going to do. Self programming. Thank you. You
That's a
get the
perfect way. Yeah.
you get the gold star. So yeah, let me see. Have we talked enough of what it is?
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, being self confident, there's nothing wrong with it. We've been programmed wrongly in our culture because we always say, oh, humility, reinforce.
We equate it to arrogance. Yeah.
Yes. And then you do that and people walk all over you. No, you
Yeah.
are on a journey. Everybody came by themselves. Okay. You came by
Hmm.
themselves. I don't know. Even twins, do they come out at the same time?
No.
So yeah. So you are on your own journey, so don't allow anybody to tell you who or what you should be. Have a
Hmm.
healthy sense of yourself and what you want in life, and
Yeah.
don't let anybody make you feel guilty about it.
Hmm.
we put a lot of guilt on people. Do you know how many souls have sold themselves because of family?
Hmm.
I have to do this because it's expected of me. I have to do that. And so then, hello, greetings.
Kingdom greetings. Is that Pastor P?
I don't know. Her name usually shows up, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, this is what we're talking about. Like, we have to get away from thinking that being a self-confident person is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'll go back to the faith thing again. There's a lot of things in there that we can use to build ourselves up. We are people who go to church, we read the Bible, and yet we look down on people who are self confident. What is wrong with that picture? Aren't you brought on earth to be your best self?
Yes.
And there's something inside you that has to come out because every individual has a destiny, a path they are supposed to be walking. So we spend time putting people down,
Mm-hmm.
dimming their lights, trying to squish them, and we think we're doing them we're doing them a service, right?
Mm-hmm.
So ask yourself. So you find yourself even in communities, in church settings where there's this envy and bitterness and whatever going on, all because of this.
And mostly because they can't do it. Told you they you should
Until
share
they
you.
call you Shishoni. No, we've done the humble thing. It's tiring. Look, I can be confident and be humble.
Yeah.
It goes to, yeah, very confident people, you see them, they are humble.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you see a self-confident person, there's a touch of arrogance or whatever, then you know. Oh, okay. It's Auntie, do you know that until I travel, I never knew that I have the ability to program my own self. Bishop Michael Boache. I was like, thank you. Thank you. You have a point
Oh,
there.
it's Bishop.
Yes, it's true. We act like we have no control. I remember Joyce Meyer
Mm,
saying that she used to think that
helpless.
it's every thought that she has to allow into her head and then it's coming and it's coming. No, you have to say, no, this is not true. Get out.
Right. Right.
Programming is very important, how you manage yourself. Ni nyinaa yɛ emotional intelligence that we talk about.
Mm,
Yeah.
I think
So,
it's our big issue. That's
mhm,
where we are, and not
mhm.
moving. Hmm.
And you know something? We talk about it and we may be laughing, yeah, but it's 2023. Where are we headed as a community and as a people with
Hmm.
this kind of attitudes and mindsets?
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. Oh, yes. Okay, I gathered that. Thank you. So you
Yes.
get the stars. Oh, okay, yes. And then Eunice says, being self confident is being ready to learn from everyone, no matter their age and status. Oh, tell me about it. Every
Exactly.
time I go and ask my girls something, and then they'll go, oh, yeah, you people are always insulting us millennials. And then you come to us, you boomer. I said, yes, I need help. Help me. It doesn't matter.
Not at
Like
all.
we're too proud to, oh, my child, they are coming to teach me. I'm the grown up, not kitty
Yeah.
kitty. You know,
I
yeah.
think
I for,
that's low self esteem
yes, I
covered
forgot.
up in that arrogance.
Yeah,
Underneath it all, it's
yeah. I
yeah.
forgot something. I left it upstairs. I was going to bring it. There was a community newsletter, and I was sharing it with my son about learning some tech things for kids, 9 to 12, and then by the side of it is something for adults.
Mm,
To learn, bring your device and come and ask a question, learn technology. And they said a capable, a qualified staff will help you. So they're having this
right.
class for seniors or whoever. And I'm like, if you see that, won't you take advantage of it? But we
Yeah.
will say, oh, me, look at this age that I'm at. I should go and sit there and be asking what questions. Do you know, years and years ago in the library downtown, I
Mm-hmm.
used to see people. Um, I'm not sure they're from Asia. I don't know which country, but
Right.
you see them sitting around the table learning English, like because there's free classes like that. But you won't see
Yeah.
us going there because of that block that we have. Even we come from an English speaking country, so if you've come to the diaspora and they speak English, you can find a way. Even go to the library, get basic books. Nobody needs to know, it's your business, and be reading through it, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, so because of that, so even if we are limited, then how much more when you're in these other places where they speak Finnish, the Norwegian language, Danish,
Mm-hmm.
Spanish, Portuguese, and all that. So you are sitting there, you won't do anything because of lack of self-confidence, right? Oh, I can't do it. Oh, hello, Miss Sage. Welcome, welcome,
Hello.
welcome. Nice to see you. And Bishop Ganza says self-programming, never allow ignorance to deprive you of acquiring self-discovery. Oh my gosh, thank you. You have said it.
Yeah.
It is just amazing. Yeah, it's something else. Yeah. Okay. Copy. Yeah, any other comments?
Mm,
This is let's
no.
see. Okay. Yeah, so well, we'll take a commercial break and then come back. We've been talking about how to build self-confidence as part of the Path to Success series. So we've talked about what self-confidence is, right? So I'm
Yes.
going to do a commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll see how do you develop
Oh
it.
my.
It's a big thing. Like if you didn't grow up that way, you are here now.
Mm-hmm.
You are living in a different community. It's a different setup. You may have kids that you are raising here. How are you raising them? If you are going to decide to raise them the way we were raised back home, little kids should be seen and not heard. Meanwhile, they go to the classroom and their friends are chup, 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 talking a mile a minute because that's how they have been programmed that
Yeah.
speak up, believe in yourself. What are you doing to your child? You are not equipping them for life here. Meanwhile, you may build your mansion back there and go back and retire, and they'll be stuck here and they'll have bitterness towards you for the rest of time because you didn't equip them to live their best life. So we have
Yeah.
to watch some of these things. So yeah, you can go start.
Oh, okay. Yes. Some of you already know my Facebook has been compromised, so I have a new one, but it's still Yabuatima Boatin Russell. And then all my social media has the handle at Russell Hints, and um, it's a holistic wellness um, approach to life. So health, beauty, and now finance is part of it. So I think because it's all part of our well-being. So
Hmm.
and it's all the natural approach. So check me out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Okay, so this is Auntie Yaa'S book corner. I'm going to talk about the programs that we do here before I continue with the other advertisements. So we do the Saturday Facebook Live as we have one right now. We've been treating the path to success from the beginning of the year until now. Today's topic is how to build confidence, self-confidence. We've talked before about overcoming mediocrity, stagnation, and comfort zones, how it's not a productive zone for somebody who's on the path to success. We've talked about acquiring a growth mindset. So today, we're talking about some of these things because the environment that we come from, we were programmed to be humble or be humble. And because of the aspects of the faith that comes into it, we don't apply it properly. And so we're humble. And then people who are trying to push in life, we look down on them, we put labels on them, we call them names. Have you
Mm,
stopped to ask yourself, is there something I can learn from these people who are striving to get to a goal? So
yes.
this is why we're having this series, just to encourage people. Yes. And the other things we do on this platform is we have beauty lessons with your favorite auntie. It's from my second book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. So it's short videos that empowers and encourages women. And there's Own It with Your Own Ornithologist and Queen of Own It from my fourth book, the a guide to taking accountability and responsibility for your own life journey. Own it. You are responsible. Like today, we are talking about self-confidence. Yeah, can't come and build confidence for me. I can't go build it for her. As Bishop Ganza said, self-programming. You have to program yourself to be self-confident.
Yeah.
That means you need to do the work. A lot of us are not invested in doing our work. Rather, we spew in our negativity on other people who are trying to get there. And sometimes you need to leave these circles if you want to build a better dynamic for yourself. It's a must. Life is very short. You don't know when you'll be called to go home. And you are sitting there watching people or listening to people and shortchanging yourself. So the other thing we have on here is Pearls of Wisdom with Auntie Yaa'S. I take a passage from the Bible and as it applies to our lives. And it's a video of about 10 to 15 minutes, maximum 20 minutes long. There's a word for you, which is a short nugget from the Bible, less than a minute, that you can carry along with you for the day. And there's Auntie Yaa'S Own It Academy. We provide book coaching and publishing services. You have a story. We all think that other people's stories are more interesting than ours. But like I said, you have something in you. You are here for a reason. You have a purpose. Put that story out there to encourage somebody. We also do live coaching and women empowerment. I have two other pages too, and The Beauty of a Woman's Heart and All for His Glory. Please patronize those pages. As well, my fifth book, let me take this out.
Wow. We're on number 5 already.
Well, this is it. Yeah, if you don't push yourself, nobody will, right?
Yes.
So my unapologetic self, it's a guide to being real and living life on my own terms. Some of these things we don't look at. We think that the way we were programmed is okay, and oh, you feel negative about yourself, you don't feel confident, or you're afraid when you speak out because you think somebody is going to judge you. State your opinion. Be willing to stand for by your values. Accept yourself. Accept yourself. I've said on this program that the Path to Success series, when I'm posting about the topic for the week, I don't put it out there. But for those of you in here, you'll hear it. That's why we started self-confidence. Next week, we'll be doing self-everything. And then we'll be ending the series with goal setting and money management, stuff like that. So this book will be out later this year. It's almost done, but I don't want to rush the process. So I just say coming out later. It'll bless you. You know, when you read some of these books, it just encourages you to take stock and say to yourself, hey, where am I going wrong? This speaks to me. It's like I'm in a book club and we're listening to Michelle Obama's what is it called? The Light We Carry. And
Mm-hmm.
she's talking about being a tall girl and all the stuff she had to go through. I'm like, hey, I know what that means.
Resonated.
I relate, I relate to it. You know, so this is what I mean. Your story, people relate to it, and you're able, and I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, even when she's describing that issue of being a black person, always having to the stand alone, like you always have to justify something, or you know, she explains it. I can't get into all of it, but we all relate to that. So
Yeah.
this is a book, you know, if you haven't gotten On It, and there's any of the books anyway, there's a lot in there. There's a lot in there that will encourage and motivate you. And like, yeah, even as I'm saying this, right, I'm talking and speaking confidently, but somebody from my environment is, oh, she's sitting on this and that, talking about her books and showing off. That's not how we look at life.
Yeah.
These books, one line will bless somebody.
Yes.
There's somebody who told me she went and got On It and she's answering all the questions and it's helping her. And I'm like, thank
Mm-hmm.
you for your support. So you just never know, right?
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
carry on. Let me take this down. Watch out for it. I'll be, I've been posting, I've been posting little snippets from it. So just watch out for it on this page. As well, we have what am I doing? As well, we have Pastor P. She is an ASEA advocate. She's a health coach. She also does life coaching, finances, everything. Please contact her. ASEA is something that I use, so I'm able to speak about it. ASEA helps with acid reflux. It helps the digestive system to work effectively, hormonal imbalance, it controls inflammation, and then also it improves your gut health, amongst any number of things. As well, she's a tap agent. When you use tap, use her code Lady P and you will get a discount. Then we have Sister Ajua Odo Mensa. She does a Brabomusem on Fridays. These Fridays now I get so busy I'm not able to even go listen in it. Listen in. I was in a program yesterday. And then also today is Saturday. She has a program with Reverend Samuel Okoso from Ghana, and it comes on at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, which is 1:30 my time. They talk about marriage and other issues. Very knowledgeable, very inspiring conversations. Please join that platform. As well, we have our sister Sika Educates. Please she does any number of things. She's been doing very motivating, very, I don't know what words to use to describe it. And of course, she runs some courses and that. So please join that platform. We have sister, we have sister Awumriku, lunchtime talks. Yes, she comes on Fridays usually. She comes on here and there, but please watch out for that platform as well. And we have Miss Sage, sageshare.com. Miss Sage has a variety of products, t-shirts with a map of Ghana, map of Africa. Now that is Black History Month, this is the time to patronize and, show off some of these, fine things that we have in our community. There's jewelry, there's also shea butter products and other things. Please do contact her. And there's Miss Aisha Ankara. Sister Aisha does not do programs, but she helps. She's always on platforms supporting people. She's on Avon. She sells Avon, and also she's a Juice Plus agent. Please contact her if you need any of these products as well. She's been advertising. She's selling a variety of products, kitchenware, luggages. Please support her so she can also support us. I hope I have not. Oh, there's Miss Angie Talks. Angie is a health coach. She talks of any number of things, gut health, menopause, and other self-development topics. Please patronize that platform. If I've missed you, it is not, thank you all for supporting this platform. So I'll read some comments and then we'll go back. Sister Eunice says, finance is part of our well-being and without money and proper management, one is sick. Tell me about it. Brian Kras says, self-confidence is vital in almost every aspect of our lives, yet many people struggle to find it. Sadly, this can become a vicious cycle. People who lack self-confidence are less likely to achieve the success that could give them more confidence. Thank you. This is how I say that sometimes even learning new skills, you don't know how to do something, but you figure it out, you do it, you feel good inside, it boosts your self-confidence. Oh, if I've been able to do this, I can do that. And then you keep pushing. But we are so limited. We can be so down on ourselves that we refuse even to try. And then we are stuck in a rut, sometimes even permanently. Brian Kras says you can show self-confidence in your behavior, your body language, and in what you say and how you say it. Thank you. Yeah, are you there? Okay, so we're going to go to how to build self-confidence. I think Yaa will join us when she comes back. So basically, you have to engage. Okay, what happened?
There was a call on the phone. I'm using the phone. That's why I don't
Okay.
like using the phone.
Yeah, that's straight cuts in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on to how to build self-confidence.
Yeah.
I was saying you engage positively, you surround yourself with positive and enthusiastic people. So their
Yes.
confidence will rub off on you. Even when you're watching them and how they deal with situations, you go, wow. So you
Yeah.
learn a tip or two.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like
True.
me, I'm saying that, and I have to put it out here. I was saying to Yaa earlier that, oh, hello, sis.
Hey.
Welcome. Welcome. Oh. So I was saying that we don't know how to inspire and build each other up.
Right.
You go to a platform or you see somebody's post, you just look and then you pass by.
Asa.
Yeah, walk up by, right?
Wakaba.
We don't walk up by. We don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to build up with them because we feel that if we do it, they are going to grow and I'm not going to. We don't know the meaning of that. But I just got into some particular platforms and that's all that they do. Pushing each other. So
Yeah.
what happened to us?
Black
You have
brain.
you have also
Black brain. Adrian Finquan.
You have to be confident enough not to be threatened by somebody's growth.
Hmm.
The people who are confident and they are the top, yeah, they don't come down to interact with some of us because they know how we are. But if you meet them, they are the most humble, most whatever,
Yeah.
and they'll show you everything they know because they are not afraid.
Yeah.
So, what is our problem? Small mindedness is killing us as a community. You see, it's a poverty mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
poverty mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was telling because I'd been, I've done coaching with Pastor B before, and she's told me this, and like she said it, she said, oh, you engage with platforms, we pick some particular people, you go on there, you always comment on their things, that's how you do it. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is what she means. And
Mm.
yet we're sitting there in our small mindedness. You put something out, people won't even, they come, they are watching you, they won't even share. It's like, hello, it's all part of this. We're not confident, so we say, oh, me na me me no no the uncle yes say, then we say something.
How does it even
Right.
affect you? Oh.
Bishop says it is an act of hypocrisy when we cannot support and promote a friend. Huh, tell me about it.
Mm.
And then message says, thank you for the promote and educated problem. No problem at all. So you see, it's just if you're confident enough, you don't even think about what people are doing or what somebody is getting bigger than me, or oh, they got what they have 20,000 followers and I have only two. No. Yeah, it is an evidence of low self-esteem, you
Yeah.
know we need an overhaul. Yeah, you can come in.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, the first point I had down was I also have the build positive relationships, like
Hmm.
surrounding yourself with the, just like we have on this platform, because you know, we encourage each other, and
Yeah,
seeing you do something makes me feel like, oh, I can do it too. And then you can
yeah,
ask questions and
yeah,
we all grow together.
yeah.
Although we are all different, so we might have
Hmm.
different results, and you have to be confident enough to
Hmm.
accept whatever the outcome is.
Yeah,
Yeah. And the other point I have was to recognize what you're good at, and it's still boils down to being in a group. If you know what you're good at, we all know where our strengths and weaknesses. I mean, when you're self-confident, you know this because you've already put in the work to
hmm,
assess yourself and know what you're good in, what you're weak at. And
hmm,
then if you know what you're weak at, you don't have a problem asking your friend or asking somebody else for help when it comes to that. And that is self-confident, because being weak at something doesn't make you less of a person, or doesn't make you, I mean, lower than whatever you want to put yourself at. So yeah, we should try to do that assessment, because that one will also help you accept yourself for who you are and be able to believe in yourself wherever you go, because you know yourself.
yeah. I'm laughing because
Mhm.
somewhere, I forget what the title was, but in the my unapologetic self, being a person of strength, I said, your weakness, but with us, the way we are programmed, we look down on people to come and use it against you. And I said, but how
Yeah.
can you use it against me when I put it out? And I put in brackets smirk. I've told you already. Hey, me, I'm not.
I know myself. Yeah.
Get the book. I know myself. So if I tell you that, hey, me, I don't know this, so I don't know how to draw. So I've said it. So if you see me
Yeah.
drawing stick handles, you're not going to laugh because I've already told you.
So
Right.
you should
So
expect it.
yeah. The capacity to laugh at yourself is a confident person.
It
So
is. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
with us, when we find out a little something about somebody, oh good, menyano, I got them. Yeah.
Use it
See this,
against. Hmm.
Eunice said they share and move on. It's so sad we just can't help promote our own low self-confidence right there. I
Yeah.
like the share no
Yeah.
walk
Sure.
past. Yeah. Mm. It's like you know they watch you, but they won't let you know. Yeah.
Mm.
Brian says to develop and improve your self-esteem, aim to develop good habits and break bad ones. Yes, regular exercise and a healthy diet can dramatically improve your physical and mental
Mental
health.
health. Yeah.
That is it
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
We don't, you know what? I'll show you this. I saw Marie buy this book and I went to buy it. Mind
Mind
Fuel. I
fuel.
don't know how to pronounce this bear. Is it Grylls?
Oh, Bear
Gyrl?
Grylls. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bear Grylls. Yeah.
He's a guy who, yeah, he's a Christian guy. He does
Yeah.
this survival mode stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Things. Oh
yeah.
my gosh. The nuggets.
Oh, really?
Yes. You read it and it hits you. You go, wow. And underline, underline, underline. Building self confidence. You read. Do we like to read? We read and gather new knowledge.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Sister Ajua says one needs to accept his or her whole existence, believe in themselves, look at what you've already achieved, set realistic goals and capabilities before taking the steps to build to self confidence. Yes, the self assessment is constant,
yeah,
but we don't do it. Yes, yeah. The other thing is that if you're not feeling confident, take on a new image. What I'm going to say, it's not to do with vanities. No, we're talking of
mhm,
practical things.
mm,
Because if you work in even um, a 9 to 5 environment, you have to show up a certain way, right?
yes.
So this is what I'm talking about, the professional, whatever. Sometimes a new look, you know,
Mhm.
like Brakwe said, exercising, improving yourself. You show up, new clothes, new whatever. It's not that, well, sometimes they say that it's the clothes that make the man, but um, we're not talking here of the type, oh, me, every time I have to wear a new dress, I have to wear this. I can have a black skirt and have 4 tops to go with it, and you
Exactly.
wouldn't know the half of it. That is my business. Yes.
And feel
So,
good at it.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So, be aware of those nuances, lift yourself up. I'm not
Yeah.
saying go stand in Londonderry Mall and spend $1,000 on something, but sometimes you need to do something to
Boost.
boost yourself. You are working after all, so it's okay to spend money on yourself.
Yeah.
There's people who work and don't even spend a dime on themselves, and they're just walking around looking like, you want a job and you don't go dressed the part. How
Mm.
would somebody consider you?
Mm.
Unfortunately, the world in which we are, people tend to go with outward appearances, first
First, yes.
impressions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Your self-talk. Oh, I'm foolish. Oh, I'm this. I'm
Mm.
dumb. I don't
Mm.
know how to read.
I
Me, I
really.
didn't go to school. Oh, as for our family, we don't do too much. This is what we do. Oh, I'm a woman. Yeah.
Mm.
So, you know what? You have to have that mindset that thinks of finding solutions, not focusing on those problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go to school, but oh, in this environment, there's all kinds of resources here. Let me train myself. And these free classes that I was talking of from the community newspaper, just
Oh,
go and
oh,
even the library, they have all kinds of things
free
going on there.
process. Yeah.
Yeah. Even one time, I think a few weeks ago, I was having problems with my password, so I had to go in person, and the lady helped me and correct. We fixed everything. I got this email. Not that I haven't looked at it to like there was so much that the library offers. I put it in a folder. As I'm speaking about it, I have to go and look at it again because there's resources. Information is all around us. We just
Mm.
have to look. When we say path to success, you're not just going to manna is not falling from heaven anymore. You have to do the work and look around for good people, mentors who can help you ask questions.
Yeah.
So the I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I can't do that. Meanwhile, there's continuing education. There's all kinds of things out there. There's online stuff. YouTube. Huh. You don't know anything. Go and Google, go and type something on YouTube. It will come up. Watch a tutorial.
Yeah.
Abrakwe says getting a good night's sleep is linked with increased optimism and self-esteem. Thank you. Increased optimism, and
Mm.
self-esteem. Optimism, yeah, we're so pessimistic. Oh, it can't be done. Oh, we
Yes.
came and we
You
did
need to
this.
go trying.
We came and we did this. It didn't work, and you are going to do it.
I don't want to hear that thing at all. Because
Message
my
says,
next question is why? Why can't it work? And they don't even have an answer.
yeah. Message says, first impression is very important. It's like a foot in the door. Thank you.
True.
Look, there can be a candidate who has all the skills bang on, but how they are showing up is not whatever.
Of
But you who showed up well, you speak intelligently, they said, oh, well, when they are weighing, they go, well, I get an optimistic. This person looks like they're enthusiastic. There will be this, that, the other
thinking
one.
about you.
Yeah, it'd be a book in Kwan. They've only just done the book. Yeah.
Right.
Eunice says the manna is done falling. We have to go out there and gather it. Thank you. That's a good one. Oh dear. And Sister Joa says some people within our communities are waiting for miracles and do not have the mindset of self-talk, self-work, self-love, self-care, basically self-everything. Yes, we're doing self-everything after
It's
this
not
and waiting for others to fix their problem. How do
Yeah.
one develop with such mentality and lacking of understanding? Thank you.
Mm.
Brakwe says your self-confidence will increase when you are able to say, I can do this, and here's the evidence. As part of your personal SWOT analysis,
Mm-hmm.
you have identified things that you are good at based on your past achievements.
Yeah.
Thank you. These are very great comments. Thank you. Thank you. I like the interaction. You're all giving such good feedback.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. It's to okay, we've already talked about the SWOT, like strength, weaknesses, but there are
Mhm,
also some negative um things that we think are truths, but they are not,
mhm.
that
Yeah.
we believe about ourselves. So we have to be able to pinpoint that, and
Mm-hmm.
then to write down the positive ones, and just like a vision board, if you have it
Mm-hmm.
always out there, we can overcome this lack of self-confidence if you are always looking at the positive side of you, and building yourself up. And then also I think Akwe said it, to give yourself a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
but then also don't forget and to not to be afraid of failure, because it
Mm-hmm.
might fail. There's nothing that's perfect, so you give
Nothing's
yourself a challenge,
permanent.
you push
Mm-hmm.
yourself bit by bit, and because it is a process, getting over this low self-confidence thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it needs work, so you need to be prepared to put in the work to do it.
Yeah.
And my last one will be to start saying no to things that you don't want to do. You need to start practicing it.
Boundaries.
Yeah, setting boundaries and learn how to say no, because yeah, that would also build your self confidence. When after the
Mm-hmm.
first no, the world doesn't come crashing down, you know that it's not a big deal. If you
Yes.
don't want to do something, yes.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. And so also you have to deal with anything that is contributing to your lack of self-confidence. It may mean you have to change your career
Yeah.
or new friends, changing your circles, like I said before.
Yeah.
If the circle you are in is not impacting you in a positive way, why are you still there? What are you doing there? Is that
Yeah.
the best you can do? Do you think that is the best for you? You see, we don't question ourselves. We're too afraid to
Yeah.
dig deep because all the stuff that happened to us, it's baggage and it's sitting inside here, and we don't want to unravel it.
Yeah.
It's too much pain. We don't want to deal with it. So we'd rather be followers instead of raising yourself to be a leader. Just
Mm-hmm.
because I say I'm a leader doesn't mean that, oh, I'm going to lead, yeah, and be blah, blah, blah. I'm a leader in my own right, in my own mind. Oh, I
Yeah.
get things done. I want to do this. I'm pushing, I'm going there. I'll ask for help when I need it. But it's very difficult. Here, there's some comments. Let me look at it. Sajua says there are those who are motivated, who are more motivated to destroy others who have achieved with their hard work than putting such energy into building their own successes.
Mm-hmm.
Examples will be
True.
just voodoo, lies, manipulation, defaming, gossiping. This is the thing. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. This morning I was thinking about a situation that happened with me years ago. And then I was thinking of this couple who was so vested in And I thought to myself, these are people who act like they are friends, and yet when something happens, they are there wanting to be vultures and feed on it. And
Right.
so, what did you accomplish out of it then?
Hmm.
Yeah. And Brakwe says, setting and achieving goals and seeing how far you've come are key ways to develop self confidence. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
it there. You tell yourself, oh, I didn't go to school, but then you come here and you go and do upgrading and you pass successfully. Oh, wow, what can I do next? I've always wanted to do this or that. Now I have the paper or the grades to go apply for it. And then you keep pushing. Sister Joa says it's important to delete the people who do not add value to your life, period. Yes, every time you have to be pruning, weeding, pruning, whatever it
Right.
is, the agricultural term is. And if anybody prunes you, don't be offended. Maybe you are too much for them or you are
Yeah.
too less for them. Yeah. There are people that when they see you are doing well, they stop talking to you. I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah.
That's fine. They remove themselves, you don't hear from them, and you go, what's going on? Don't worry about it. Don't chase anybody who's left your life willingly. Don't chase after them.
No.
If they come back, they come. If they don't, they don't, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, the other thing too that I want to say is that don't set a limit on your mind. Decide what you can and can't do. And don't let your emotions decide things for you. Oh, yeah, I said this, so I'm upset at her. Maybe Ya is the one who can help you with that situation, but because of a little thing, oh, you've closed the door right
So,
there.
eh, yeah.
You've closed the door. Yeah,
Y-
don't
y-
close.
Last weekend, I went for this convention, and there was a woman there. I think she's in her 60s.
Mhm.
And before she got licensed, she wrote the exam 20 times, but she kept writing. And it was because she's Chinese and the English was bugging
Was
her. But she
becoming
did,
a problem.
yeah, she didn't stop. She kept
Yeah.
going and going and going. And finally she got it, you
There
know.
you have it.
Yeah.
That is it right there.
Yeah.
Good for her.
It
Good
was
for
very,
her.
yeah.
Yeah. Other ways that you can build yourself, like affirmations, positive things that you
Yeah.
can say to yourself daily. I am bold when you feel timid. I'm
Yeah.
not stupid. I'm smart. I can do it. I have what it takes. You talk to yourself. You can stand in front of the mirror and be smiling at yourself and saying all kinds of things. People can call you whatever, but it's you and your mirror.
Oh yeah. As long as you know
Never
what
you
you
mind. Yeah. You should be ready to grow. Read for 30 minutes every day. It builds your self-esteem. Remember, I showed you some books. This other one, right? I said lately I'm a
yeah,
slow
yeah,
reader. I'm still reading it. Like when you read, you go, oh wow, something pops up at you. Like you resonate with it and you go, oh wow. And it makes you think, oh, like there's a lot to learn, but are we willing
yeah.
to?
Right.
Are we willing to? Is our best, is spending time insulting people, beefing, gossiping, is that the best use of our time on this earth?
Mm.
Sister Ajua says we need to break the cycle by not settling for less or treating foolishness to soothe others. Hey Ajua, they'll come and mute this your comment. That's what sometimes after the live you go and they've muted some comments. You go, hey, why? What are
Oh
these?
really, eh?
Yeah, they do that sometimes. And I don't understand. Yeah, take action every day. Do
Mhm.
something small that deals with your low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Example, starting conversations in public. You say, oh, I'm shy, I'm this. Go up to someone, oh, hi, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Where do you live? Where are you from? Stuff. Just have conversations. Anything that you think you are lacking in, work on it. Even if you can't do that, stand in front of a mirror, say 2 sentences every day, build on it, build on it, build on it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've said a lot. So we've been on the path to success since January 14th. We've
Mm-hmm.
dealt with any number of topics. Today was how to build self confidence. We've talked about what is self confidence and how do you build it. So, yeah, we can summarize and
Well,
uh,
one, well, building self confidence. I say that self confidence is not something. How do you say tangible? But
mhm,
then, yet you can still see it, and we have. the next generation coming up. You have your own children coming up. Even
Mhm.
if you don't have children, you have your nieces, nephews, and they are looking. And if you don't have self confidence, I think um it kind of portrays on them as well when they're always with you, and even your your approach
Mhm.
in them up, lack of self confidence will affect that as well, because you try
Yeah.
to them mute them, like how you might have been muted when you were a child, because that's
Yes.
where, and you feel that's the way to go. But let's work on ourselves, build our own self confidence, so that when your child is having those problems, you'll be able to notice it and help them too. But
Mhm.
you have self confidence and you're walking about and your child is suffering the same, you would not even notice it because it's
Mhm.
for you. And sometimes we also blame other things when we're working, we're in the job setting and we're not getting the promotion. Sometimes it's not just the, you know, us that for us who are in the diaspora, sometimes it's not about race at all. It's
Nope.
just the energies that you're portraying or you're giving
Yeah.
off. So self confidence affects a lot of things. So it is important. Let's just be prepared to put in the work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great. Good. Those are very good points. Yes. So, self confidence, how do you show up in the world? How are you presenting yourself?
Yeah.
What do people see? What impact do you want to make?
Mm.
You owe it to yourself. It's not about pleasing other people, but you are trying to get to a place. You
Right.
have an end goal. How are you going to get there? Your self confidence is all part of that journey. The way you speak to people, you interact with people. Are you do they see do they see you as a confident person? Are your messages getting through to people? Are you impacting others?
Mm.
Unless you just want to just drift through life, as I say, you can just remain the same, sit there and yeah, stay in your corner till it's time to go.
Mm.
But for
Mm.
those who are busy and want to go places, if you have anything that you have to help build them up, do that.
Yeah.
Yes, you are building yourself up, but learn to build others up. We
Mm-hmm.
need that in our community. It's a big one. It is so, so sad. Build up the youth. Okay. There's this cycle now that young people have no regard. Some appear to have no regard, no care, no nothing. They
Mm.
just speak anyhow, talk anyhow, because nobody has taken the time to invest the right things into them for their personal growth. Yeah. So you as a person, you always have to take stock. Am I on the right track? Did I do that well? What can I do better?
Mm-hmm.
Assess yourself regularly. Don't let other people determine your journey. You are on the journey. You need to watch your circles. Are those circles benefiting you? Are you also impacting them? It's not about just taking from people, it's give and take. So somebody is helping you, you also helping. It's a symbiotic relationship or whatever it is they call it.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't just come and sit here and use people, and then when you do that, people get tired of you. They start
Yeah.
leaving. Yeah. So as a community, we need to learn how to build each other up. When you see somebody doing well, oh hey, that's great, awesome, this and that. Make a comment, encourage them.
Yeah.
There's nothing like what do you call it, because of the nyamisum that we've been raised with, you need to know always doing for others. If people don't do for you, you'll be upset. You are human. Let's own up to it. It's give and take. If we come to that realization that if my brother is winning, I'm winning because I'm learning from him, it's also helping to push me.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we've said a lot. Next week we'll be back. We'll continue the self everything talk, and we'll be back. But we thank you for being on, and it's been a very productive conversations. Your comments have just been buoy and bang on, so we appreciate you. Thank you
Yeah.
all. If I start mentioning names, I'll forget some. So Sister Ajua says, the sad truth is being born with mouth and unique voice, but one cannot speak out due to lack of confidence, of fear, of isolation, of being outcast. That is a big one, since people don't talk because
Mm,
they are afraid. And when you go on certain platforms, especially, you see women being bullied
mm,
because they are woman, people talking anyhow to you because you're a woman, you can't speak. It's oh, I don't agree with you, so I'll bash you type thing. Find your
mm,
voice. I was going to say your voice is your power. Find your voice, speak out. If you have to walk alone, it's better than following the crowd. That's my take on it, at least. Yes. So
mm.
thank you all so much. It's been a great time. We appreciate you for coming on, and we'll be back next week, same time, with another topic. So have a blessed weekend. Take care of yourselves. Okay. Thank you,
Bye.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye.